Chris here with Barnyard Outdoors. Out camping. Oh, it's gonna be miserable. They're saying we're under a heat advisory, and I think it's supposed to be 92 today and maybe like 96, 98 tomorrow. It's gonna be hot, but this is a perfect chance for me to try out this setup. Look at this. I got my cooler here. This is the Bodega cooler. I've got that all loaded up with food. I pre-chilled it at home. It's been plugged in the car as I came over here. This is just another little solar battery pack. I've got this hooked up to my RockPals 300, which is currently at 100%. And then I've got my solar panels out here. So I've got two 60-watt panels, and I've got those chained together for 120 watts. So this is going to be a great weekend for this test out here at Memphis State Recreation Area. Look at the beautiful lake here, and looking forward to waking up to this view. I'm not looking forward to waking up all hot and sweaty, but it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a great test of this refrigerator and solar setup. All right, so we've been enjoying the heat. Oh, the heat. In the shade, it's not bad. It's there's a tiny bit of a breeze, and everywhere you step, it's goose poop. It's disgusting. I've just given up trying to avoid it. But the setup here with the solar panels and the cooler working great. I've been keeping an eye on it. Every time I came back, it wasn't running, which was making me nervous, but the temperature is maintaining, and I just came back. It is actually running right now, and if you look here, I'm drawing 35 watts. So 35 watt draw, and the solar is not even charging. The unit hasn't even turned on to say it needs any power from the solar, the battery pack, which is good. I guess it does that just to save, but eventually it'll get a little bit lower. It'll kick on and start charging from the panels, but so far, this is working great, especially with the heat starting to close in on 90 degrees. I do have it in the shade of this tree, but as the sun moves, this is going to get direct sun later in the day. But thumbs up. The big test is going to be tomorrow morning when we wake up to make sure that I haven't completely drained the RockPals 300 and there's enough juice and enough sun to keep this thing charged and get it charged back up to 100%, because we're actually out here tonight and tomorrow night. So hot weather, sunny, no storms, crossing fingers. We've had some really bad ones in the area the past couple weeks, and being in a tent in that weather would not be good. But real happy so far with the cooler. This is going to be a great test. And you can just take a quick look at the campsite here. I got my Gazelle tent, no rain fly. You're going to need the airflow to kind of keep cool tonight. I also have my RockPals 200 in there, and I will have a small fan. And then I'm out here with my girlfriend and my dog. So little dog is enjoying camping. He's been out a couple times. It's going to be a little hot, but I think he's going to be doing fine. And we're just out here to have a good time this Father's Day weekend. Well, it is the next morning, and it is going to be a hot day today. But I've got the solar panels out. I got the fridge out. The fridge is sitting in the sun right now. I gotta start moving things to the shade. But the battery pack got up this morning. It was down at 38, and it's still at 38. We've been catching some early morning sun. Now it's doing a little bit better here. It's got 61 watts in, and right now it's drawing about 8 watts. But it's doing good. So far, I'm impressed. Everything's nice and cold in there. I'm keeping it around 33 degrees, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So far, I'm really impressed with this. Today's going to be a hot one. I think it's going to get to like 96. It feels like it's going to be into 3 digits. So this will definitely be a good test of this setup. As long as I've got sun, I've got power, keep this unit charged up, and keep the cooler cool. All right, 138. System's been running perfectly all day. I mean, it's beautiful. It's sunny out. The charge is now up to 77%, but I had some other devices that I started to run out of juice. One is this giant Anchor battery pack, so that is currently plugged in and charging. I've got my little JBL speaker for the campsite. Got that charging as well. Plus I have another a little Goal Zero battery pack on a short cable here that I'm charging up. But you can see, if you look at this, I've got getting 67 watts in, which is pretty good for these two panels. 84 watts out right now because the fridge is on. But I got a lot of stuff going on here, and I'm using more power right now than I'm consuming. But when the compressor turns off, that'll switch down to where my usage is maybe 20 watts, and everything's good. So everything is doing great. This thing is holding its temp right now. It is 92 degrees out. It is hot here. It's sunny. Thank God we have a nice little breeze, but it's going good. And this system is working perfectly for this weekend with this little fridge. So I'm playing around with my RockPals. I've got my 260 watt solar panels set up, and I've got my Bodega fridge going. And I'm getting pretty good input. Actually, if I look at this, I'm getting about 67 to 69 watts in from the two 60 watt panels that I have chained together, which is pretty good because I think there's a top end with this RockPals 300. So one thing I like about these RockPals is you can charge it multiple ways, right? You can charge it AC or solar, and all of that is through a DC input here on the unit. But you can also charge it through the USB-C, and I do this at home. I'll plug it into AC and then plug in a USB cord, and I'll get more input. So I'm out here and I've got my let's see, I think these are flex solar. I got a flex solar folding 40 watt panel that's got a USB-A and a USB-C port on it. And if you look at this here, I'm getting 60, I don't know if you can see that, 67 watts in right now. And when I plug this in to the USB-C, all right, and I've just got the panels lying on the ground. Look at that. Look at that. I am up to 95 watts in, which is amazing for this. So this will charge us even quicker. I'm currently drawing 61 watts. I've got the compressor going on the fridge. I've got some battery packs charging, but this is awesome. 95 watts in with solar, and I'm gonna get this thing topped off. It's a 77% right now. It's 155. I'll come back and check it in an hour, and at 95 watts in, that's amazing. So this is working great. I love this system. I love the solar. This stuff is awesome for camping if you're out for a weekend, especially when paired with this fridge. All right, last day, we're packing up and getting ready to head out. I've got 18% left on my RockPals 300. The fridge is still running. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off of the battery pack. I'm gonna plug it into the car here, and like I said, we're almost all loaded up and ready to head home. Couldn't be happier how the little cooler fridge worked, keeping everything nice and cool. We had 2 days where we were 95 to 100 degrees. That doesn't include the heat index, which puts us well over 100. But it worked great, worked like a champ. Very happy with it. Thanks everybody for watching. If you have any questions on any of this, please leave it down in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.